Good evening and welcome to Poland Daily. I'm Nicholas Richardson and this is the news. The Polish Air Force has been showcasing the Korean Fa-50 fighter jets it has acquired. According to Mariusz Błaszczak, the Polish Minister of Defence, the new jets will serve in the Polish air policing missions in the Baltics and Slovakia, as well as providing air cover over Poland. The aircraft will contribute to the modernisation of Poland's Air Force fleet, which currently includes both Soviet and post-Soviet fighter jets. Why are these planes better than the post-Soviet ones? The answer to such a question can be found if we listen to the Ukrainian authorities. Why are the Ukrainians so eager to have F-16s? Precisely because aeroplanes from the Western world are superior to post-Soviet aircraft. Fa-50 jets are training and combat aircraft, so they can be used to patrol the sky over Poland and also for Allied missions. I'm amazed by the capabilities of this new Fa-50 aircraft, both in terms of manoeuvrability and the armament it can carry. In January, the first group of Polish pilots began training in South Korea. By the end of the year, we will have 12 such aircraft, so the rate of deployment is very high. The first two Fa fighter planes arrived earlier and were on display during the 15th of August military parade. By the end of the year, Poland will have 12 aircraft. From 2025 to 2028, Korea will provide 36 aircraft with a higher specification, the Fa-50PL. Improvements that distinguish the Fa-50PL from the Fa-50GP include an expanded range through an aerial refueling function, an enhanced active electronically scanned array radar, and the ability to carry air-to-surface and air-to-air weapons, according to KAI. Poland became the largest customer for Korean defence systems last year after it signed contracts worth $14 billion to acquire 180 K2 main battle tanks, 212 K9 self-propelled howitzers, and 48 Fa-50 light fighters. KAI, Korea's sole aircraft manufacturer, says it hopes to partner with more European countries in addition to Poland. Poland has received with enthusiasm the news of the decision of the Allied governments of the Netherlands and Denmark to donate modern fighter jets to Ukraine. Zbigniew Rau, the Polish Minister of Foreign Affairs, has written on the social media platform X. Poland has received with enthusiasm the news of the decision of the Allied governments of the Netherlands and Denmark to donate modern fighter jets to Ukraine. It is the right decision. From the beginning of the renewed Russian aggression against Ukraine, Poland has been building a coalition of states guided by the principle, what is right should be desirable, what is desirable must be possible, and what is possible is bound to be realistic, the foreign minister added. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky announced after Sunday's talks with Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte that the Netherlands would supply 42 F-16s to Ukraine. He said that the jets would be delivered to Ukraine after the pilots and maintenance teams had completed a training program. Later on Sunday, Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen told President Zelensky that Denmark would supply 19 F-16s to Ukraine. The pledge is the first real promise of F-16s for Ukraine's armed forces and comes a few days after the United States approved the possible delivery of the fighter jets by the Netherlands and Denmark. Zelensky said the planes would help to strengthen Ukraine's air defences and help its counter-offensive. Danish Prime Minister Frederiksen said that she hoped that other countries would follow suit and that 70 Ukrainians had arrived for training on the first Western aircraft Ukraine will be receiving. Denmark will send the first 6 around the new year, while the Netherlands refrain from setting a firm date. Ukraine's defence minister Alexei Reznikov said on Saturday that it would take at least 6 months and possibly longer to train engineers and mechanics.
Today we announced that we will donate 19 F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine. Together with the Netherlands, we are the first country to make a solid and concrete commitment to donate Western fighter jets. And hopefully others will follow now. We have seen it today. More than 70 people from Ukraine is now on the ground here in Sønderjylland, preparing for training. This is a decision about defending Ukraine. So the purpose of this donation is to defend Ukraine and the country. And on the concrete questions, when are we planning to deliver? Well, the screening is going on now. The training will soon be starting, and hopefully around New Year, the first group of planes will be leaving Denmark, going to Ukraine, around 6, and then hopefully next year, 8 more planes are leaving Denmark for Ukraine, and then the year after, 5 planes.
And of course we are looking into whether we can supply all the remaining planes or that still stuff has to be done to update them, or maybe it is not possible. So the exact number I cannot give you, but we are working from the fact that at this moment we still have 42 in stock here in the country.
I can't tell you very concrete number of our Ukrainian pilots because I don't want to prepare Russia to this surprise, which we will prepare them in some period of time. But anyway, we have political decision. We understand the number of jets we can use in the future, nearest or not. It depends on the situation and on the experience of our pilots. It's truth, and on preparing special infrastructure also for jets.
Ukraine's Independence Day is on the 24th of August. However, unlike in Warsaw, there will be no public displays due to the raging war. There's one exception. Some Russian tanks will be on display on the Ukrainian capital's high street, but contrary to what Russian commanders imagined in February last year when they began their attack, these will be wrecks. According to the General Staff of Ukraine's armed forces, the Kremlin has lost 4,358 tanks since the 24th of February 2022. On Sunday alone, Russia had lost 12 tanks in the past 24 hours, the General Staff added. I think it is a good idea to show what our army is capable of and the price of this war against the Russians and of victory, to show how bad they are at fighting and to raise our spirit. It is important to see such examples of our victories. I very much like the idea of putting the hardware on display, and I want the whole world to see it. I want it to be posted on Instagram and TikTok. I will post it myself because the Ruskies must see what we can do to them. I am proud of the armed forces of Ukraine. Glory to Ukraine and glory to the heroes. The hardware which is destroying our peaceful cities was put on display here. Glory to our heroic defenders who shot down the hardware, and thanks to whom it is in such a condition that it is not capable of doing anything. Glory to Ukraine, glory to the heroes. We will withstand, we will be strong, and I believe we will win. What I am seeing here is sheer horror. It is awful. It is what kills people, children, reasonable people who can work for the benefit of Ukraine as well as for the rest of the world. Nurse Lucy Letby, Britain's most prolific serial child killer in modern times, will spend the rest of her life behind bars for murdering 7 newborn babies and trying to kill another 6. The judge sentencing her at Manchester Crown Court decided. Letby murdered the 5 baby boys and 2 baby girls at the neonatal unit of the Countess of Chester Hospital in northern England over 13 months from 2015 by injecting the infants with insulin or air or force-feeding them milk.
Lucy Letby, on each of the 7 offences of murder and the 7 offences of attempted murder, I sentence you to imprisonment for life. Because the seriousness of your offences is exceptionally high, I direct that the early release provisions do not apply. The order of the court, therefore, is a whole life order on each and every offence, and you will spend the rest of your life in prison. The defendant, Lucy Letby, has refused to attend court for this sentence hearing. Accordingly, I have to sentence her in her absence. I shall deliver the sentencing remarks as if she was present to hear them. The methods you employed to carry out your murderous intent were only revealed by the later detailed investigation into the events of and surrounding the collapses and deaths of the babies, which commenced in 2018. There was premeditation, calculation, and cunning in your actions. You specifically targeted twins and latterly triplets. Some babies were healthy. Others had medical issues of which you were aware. On occasions, you cruelly and callously made inappropriate remarks to some of the grieving parents at the time of or in the immediate aftermath of a death. A piece of paper with dent writing on both sides, setting out your thoughts and feelings, was found in the first search of your home in 2018. Amongst the phrases you wrote were, "The world is better off without me," and I am evil. I did this. It is no part of my function to reach conclusions as to the underlying reason or reasons for your actions. Nor could I, for they are known only to you. This was a cruel, calculated and cynical campaign of child murder involving the smallest and most vulnerable of children, knowing that your actions were causing significant physical suffering and would cause untold mental suffering.
Some of those she attacked were twins. In one case, she murdered both siblings. In another, she killed 2 of 3 triplets. And in 2 instances, she murdered one twin but failed in her attempts to kill the other. Whole life orders are very rare, and only 3 women in Britain have received such a sentence before, including serial killers Myra Hindley and Rosemary West. Letby refused to leave the cells to hear her sentence being handed down, leading to demands that criminals must be forced to hear the impact of their actions on their victims or their families. That's the news. Thank you for watching. Stay with us for the weather, Poland Daily Business and more programmes. But from me, it's have a good night and a better tomorrow.